Just gonna be up front with you guys. It is going to be a light episode today for Harry Potter Wizards Unite. It's a long travel day and I'm exhausted. Big news came out actually. I think it came out today. If not, it came out yesterday. And I saw the original write-up on Reddit about this. It looked great, and it is great. I just didn't cover it because I was traveling and there were just other things to talk about. Not anything as big as this, but when the research came out, it was bigger than what I could tackle on my own because I'm not a math major and I'm not a graphic artist. But this is an amazing little graphic that shows you why everything runs away from me. It's a great infographic. There's a lot to dissect here, a lot of breakdown to do. I will most likely go into deeper detail on this probably tomorrow, but essentially it's going to show you what runs away and why it runs away and what you can do to improve your chances, but it's also going to show you what the maximum expected catch rate is going to be. For example, Albus Dumbledore, which is going to be the most difficult foundable to free. I want to say that it was somewhere between, I want to say between 9 and 17%, if I did the math right on that. And something like one of the Hogwarts students, they're like on the low side 60% and on the high side they're 90% return rate. I want to put the chart that I showed you into some perspective so you guys have an idea of exactly how it works, although I'm not going to go into all the math involved with it, but at least I can give you guys an idea of how this works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a foundable. This is the Ministry Administrator. It is a low threat level, so I'm going to trace the first hand that's going to go on the threat clock. That's going to be the one that tells you the threat level. The next two hands are going to show you the high end and the low end for your catch rate. I hope that that makes sense. So what we saw on this one, as it relates to the wheel, is that was the Ministry Administrator. So the threat level is, there's a 60% catch rate. This was the easiest one to catch. Now there's a whole bunch of them that are easy to catch, but this was part of that group and you can see it listed there. Essentially what you're gonna do is your minimum success rate is gonna be the base win rate, which is at 60%, plus the bonus win rate. And the bonus win rate is 0.60 minus the base win rate times your adjusted level. Your adjusted level is the level that you are, so it's going to be on the far left and bottom. It's going to round down by 5. So if you're level 12, it's going to be the same as level 10. If you're level 19, it's going to be the same as level 15. But if you're level 20, it's level 20. And then it's going to be divided by 180 there. So that's going to give you your bonus win rate. And then you're going to do your times base rate multiplier. The two multipliers for the base and the max are down at the bottom, and it tells you no potion, extemulo potion, strong potion, and potent extemulo potion. You can see with no potion there, I had a 1 for the base rate multiplier, and then the maximum is going to be a 1.535. All that turns out to mean, I believe, somewhere in the area of 92% success rate is the max, and then the minimum success rate ends up being around 70 something ballpark for me at level 28. And then it's all going to be based on where the fair, good, great, and the one I never get, masterful, where the masterful lines. So the closer you get to the masterful and the very far right end of the wheel up at the top, or the bar at the top, the closer to the 100% that you're going to be. Let's see what else is spawning in this area, since there is a lot of things. I do need port keys, and a brilliant port key is great. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on those. I already have one, so I'm going to use one key and one key just to make sure that I get through. And let me spin the end. Checking out my daily assignments, I have returned 10 foundables, so I'm going to get a potion, and then I'm going to get 8 additional coins. Let me see if I can find one more foundable somewhere where there's light, and I can kind of give you the basics of that one as well. Okay, so here we have Bellatrix, the portrait of Bellatrix, and this is going to be a medium threat level, as we see there. And it's a pretty wide range of your low and your high. Remember, the closer you get to 12 o'clock is the closer to 100% catch rate. As far as I know, nothing has a 100% catch rate. Now you may be able to get some things up there with, if you use one of the low threat levels and use an extemulo potion or a potent extemulo potion, that might do it. So here we go, we freed that. No potions were used in the freeing of this foundable. And then let's go look at what the odds are of freeing that one with no potions. If we look at the chart, it was a medium threat level, and this one was in the 25% range. So basically what you do is you take your minimum success rate, the base win rate 25%, plus your bonus, which is the algorithmic formula underneath it, and then you have your base win rate, which was multiplier of 1 or 1.535, and that'll give you your ultimate catch rate. I mean, it's completely broken down here. It's pretty in depth. Now, I don't expect anybody to memorize any of this, but it really does help put into kind of a visual context. I mean, look at these emergencies. Albus Dumbledore, Newt Scamander, Tom Riddle are the 3 hardest Foundables in the game to free, followed by Hermione's Time Turner, Hagrid, and the Whomping Willow. Then you have Professor McGonagall and the Quidditch captain, Harry Potter. The thing that I will say is, in my videos, I know that I put a lot of me missing, like things departing on me, and it's frustrating, and it is. Like, don't get me wrong, I hate it when it happens. But I also understand that as a human, I remember the things that didn't go my way because they hurt a lot more, and I remember them a lot longer than the things that go my way. For example, in the video yesterday where Hermione Granger, I did 2 spell casts with a potion. The second one was great and it still fled. I guess we could go look at where Hermione Granger is on this. The young 1.1% is the base, what are we calling it? The base win rate. So it's really low as it is. But I remember that one going away because it hurt. But what I don't necessarily take into consideration at the time, and the reason why it doesn't bother me that things flee so much, is because I also remember not too long ago in a video, I recently had a Rubeus Hagrid, which I captured doing a fair spellcast, and that is a 0.3 base win rate. So I really can't complain. And then, honestly, as far as emergency threat levels go, yes, I put more resources into them, like the Dottle Draft and the Potent Extimulo potions. So I greatly increase my chances of freeing those Foundables, but my success rate is really high. I want to say legitimately, I maybe have had 3, maybe 4 emergencies depart on me, and I know that I've freed more than 10. So you just kind of have to keep it in perspective. Yes, it sucks in the moment when it happens, and yes, these numbers look extremely low. At the same time, I don't want them giving me everything in the game, and I think if you actually look at everything that you have, you'll find out that you're probably successful more often than you realize. Anyways, like I said, I will go into the more complicated math on this because it does get pretty detailed in another video. I'm extremely tired after traveling all day, and that's gonna wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something from it. This infographic, if you want to study it on your own and start running numbers, will be linked into my Discord. It's also on Reddit, and I definitely want to make sure that I give credit to those who deserve it. This graphic was created by Celebros112 from Reddit, I believe, and then special thanks to user Firefox X and all the wizards on the Reddit Wizards Unite Discord research channel. That's all I've got for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and until next time.